Ever wondered how top-tier magazines get their titles to stretch flawlessly across multiple text columns without breaking the layout into separate, messy text boxes? If you are still cutting and pasting your headers into independent boxes, you are killing your workflow and risking major alignment mistakes. In the design market, speed and precision are everything. Today, we are using this exact article to break down the two best ways to achieve this look. Is AI replacing photographers? Stick around, because if you miss the very last step on column splitting, your text will trap itself and you will get completely stuck. Let's get started. The layout setup. Before we push the title across the page, let's look at the setup. Right now, I have a single text frame divided into two clean columns. The body text flows beautifully, but our main title is crammed into the left column, looking small and weak. We want that title to command attention across the entire width of the page. Method 1. Quick control panel hack. Let's start with method 1, which is perfect for quick, everyday adjustments. First, grab your type tool. Shortcut key is T. And highlight your title. Now, look up at your top control panel. On the far right, you will see an icon that looks like a tiny paragraph spanning across columns. Click the button, scroll down, and choose Span Column. In the Span Column tab, locate the paragraph layout drop-down menu. Click that drop-down and change it from single column to span columns. Click OK. Boom! Instantly, InDesign pushes the body text down and lets the title breathe across the entire grid. In the options box right next to it, you can specify exactly how many columns to span. Since we have a 2-column layout, we will leave it on all. Click OK. Notice how cool this large first letter looks. You might have seen these types of figures in magazines and newspapers. These are called drop caps. If you want to learn how to create drop caps for your InDesign projects, link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. Method 2. The paragraph style. The control panel hack is great for a single change, but if you are designing a multi-page feature or working on a recurring magazine issue, doing this manually is a nightmare. Method 2 is paragraph style. Let's undo that last action. Now, open your paragraph styles panel. To do that, go to Window, Styles, and choose Paragraph Styles. Shortcut key is F11. Select your title. Click the plus sign to create a new style. Let's name it Main Title. Double-click the style to open the options window. On the left-hand menu, scroll down until you see Span Columns. Change the paragraph layout drop-down to Span Column. Here's where the magic happens for high-end layout. You can customize the space before span and space after span. Let's add a 12-point gap for the space after. This forces the two columns of body text below it to align at a perfectly uniform, elegant distance without you ever hitting the enter key. Click OK. And now, this rule is logged into your template forever. If you want to learn paragraph styles in more detail, then check the playlist link that has appeared on top of this card and below in the description. Troubleshooting and edge gaps. Notice how clean this is. The title lives inside the exact same text frame as the body text paragraph. If I add a word or change the font size, the two columns beneath it automatically shift downward in perfect unison. No overlapping text boxes, no manual alignment. The art of the text wrap. Now, let's talk about another massive element in this layout that elevates the entire design. Notice how the body text doesn't just blindly cut across our main graphic, but instead smoothly hugs the contours of the camera lens. That is the power of the custom text wrapping. I didn't want the image to feel like an afterthought slapped onto a page. I wanted the graphic and the body text to actively talk to one another. To learn more about text wrapping, watch the text wrap tutorial on my channel. Link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. If you look closely at the bottom edges of our page, you will spot the minimalist footer details, including the crisp page numbering and the volume issue marker. Now, here is a major industry secret. These elements were not typed onto this actual layout page. They live on the parent page. which you might also know as the master page. Creating your running footers and page numbers on the parent page is the absolute industry standard, and every professional designer must follow it. Why? Because it enforces absolute structural consistency. If you manually copy and paste page numbers across a 50-page magazine, they will inevitably shift by a pixel or two, which looks incredibly amateur. By locking them into a parent page, they stay perfectly anchored in the same spot on every single sheet. Plus, InDesign automatically calculates the page numbers for you, meaning you never have to manually update them when you add or delete content. Automating this workflow saves hours of tedious fixing down the line. I won't get into the step-by-step setup of parent pages in this video, but if you want to master this essential technique and learn how to dynamically generate your own footers, you should absolutely check out my dedicated master pages tutorial in the card right now and down in the description below. The don't get stuck step. Alright, remember that warning from the beginning. Do not skip this step or your layout will break. Once you activate a span column, InDesign expects everything following it to either span or stay grouped. Sometimes you want a specific subheadline to split back into columns, or you want to introduce a paragraph rule that cuts across the space. The paragraph rule tool in Adobe InDesign automatically draws a horizontal line above or below a specific paragraph. This rule behaves dynamically, automatically moving, resizing, and adapting along with your text whenever you make edits, adjust line spacing, or add content elsewhere in the document layout. To learn more about paragraph rules, watch the tutorial on my channel. Link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. If your text starts disappearing or bunching up at the bottom of the column, it is because your inside frame tracking is fighting the span. To fix this, always ensure your cursor is placed right at the breakpoint. Go back into your paragraph options, look under Keep Options. Shortcut key is Ctrl-Alt-K and ensure your start paragraph is set to anywhere rather than next column. If you accidentally leave it on next column, your text will shoot over to the next page, leaving a massive, ugly blank space into your layout that will drive you crazy trying to find. Keep it on anywhere to keep your workflow seamless. If you want to learn how to divide the text into columns, then watch the column magic tutorial. Link is in the card on top of this video and below in the description. And there you have it. 2 distinct methods to achieve beautiful, publication-ready typography using span columns in Adobe InDesign. Your layouts will look cleaner, your file management will be bulletproof, and your design workflow just got a massive upgrade. If this tutorial helped save your layout today, make sure to drop a like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment below on which method you prefer using. See you in the next video.